Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday, May the 16th. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is safe. So the IRS provided a ton of updates last night for Social Security, SSDI, retirement benefits, VA benefits, railroad benefits, so many things they provided updates on last night, when you'll be receiving your payment and if you are eligible or not. We're going to talk about that coming up next. You know I have to play my intro, so watch the intro and then we're going to talk about that. What's up, everybody? My name is Paul Zachary Shelton Jr., and I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Warwick Shore Advisors. We are a wealth and investment management firm located in Orlando, Florida, with clients all across the United States. If this is your first time coming to our channel, seeing one of our videos, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the bell so that you can get an update each time we upload a new video. And also, please like and share this video to help me increase the financial literacy of our globe. So I want to dive right into it today. I printed out a bunch of stuff here that the IRS provide us updates on as of last night. And it's very important stuff, very relevant stuff. I know a few people did ask me about the essentials workers and also about the HEROES Act. So the HEROES Act did pass Congress, but the likelihood of it getting through Congress and going to getting through Congress, going through the House and to Senate to the president is very unlikely. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. Also, the Essentials Act that was proposed failed on this past Wednesday, but a part of the HEROES Act does cover an increase in pay for the essential workers. So hopefully that goes through. All right, so now let's go ahead and jump into what I really wanted to talk to you today about, and it's dealing with the SSA, SSI, SSDI, RRB, VA benefits, and all of those. So I'm going to read some of this to you. I'm not going to read it all to you because there's so much information in there, but I do want you to have it, and I think it's very important. And this first part here is talking about recipients of those VA benefits, and if you are or are not required to file a return, a tax return. So this is for all of them, the SSA, SSI, RRB, VA. So if you use the non-filer tool or your spouse, it's very important because I had a lot of people send me messages that say, my husband got his check, but I did not. It's very possible that the husband may have claimed you, and then that disqualified you as a recipient of it, or could fall into this category as well. So if you use the non-filer tool or your spouse used the non-filer tool and included you as their spouse, check the Get My Payment application, which is the IRS portal, for the status of your payment. It should be scheduled within two weeks from the date when you use the tool. Now we know this has not been the case. A lot of people have updated the tool back in early April or mid-April when it was first introduced, and still have not received it. It's been a month. But anyway, we move on. Until the payment is scheduled, the application will show payment status not available, which is very important that you understand that payment status not available does not mean that you're not eligible to receive the payment. It just means that the payment has not been issued to you as of yet. Once it's issued to you, then you will receive an updated payment status there. It will give you a date and all the information that you need about how your payment is going to be disseminated to you. If your spouse has already received their payment and you have not, it also advises that you go ahead and check the Get My Payment application to see if your payment has been scheduled. So again, just stay close to that. The next thing I want to give you an update on really quick is this question that a lot of people had, and it provides an answer to it below, but it's really about when will you receive your economic stimulus payment. And this is, again, it's requiring the Social Security, the railroad retirement, and the VA recipients. So it says that most Social Security and railroad retirement recipients receive a form SSA 1099 or the RRB 1099. Those recipients have already received their economic impact payment. You can check it tells you again to check the IRS portal to check the status of it. But if you get a 1099 from either one of those organizations, more than likely you have already received your economic stimulus payment, or the economic stimulus payment is en route to you. there was a large amount of checks, about 5 million checks and payments that were mailed out yesterday on May the 15th to various recipients. And that's going to continue to happen until September when all the payments are sent out. For SSI, which is the Supplemental Security Income, and VA benefits, those recipients have started receiving their economic impact payments in mid-May, which is about right. We're in mid-May right now. May 13th was a big day for many people to receive them. A lot of people did not receive it, but there were several people that received it on the 13th and some that received it a little bit prior to that, over last weekend. It also tells you that you can check the get your payment status on that too if you have not received it, to see if it says payment status not available. That could mean that it's still pending, it's still waiting to be sent out. And it also says, it keeps reiterating that if you used the non-filers tool, that you generally will be issued your payment within 2 weeks. This has not been the case. Hopefully, since they're mentioning this now, that this will be the case going forward, although the non-filers tool did shut down on this past Wednesday. So you're no longer able to go in there and update direct deposit information, I should say. So you're not able to change that information. But if there is something that was a status that was updated or filled out on there, then that will be provided for you. So another hot button was if your spouse receives SSI or railroad benefits, VA benefits, a disability, anything, and you do not, do you need to use the non-filers tool, or do you need to do anything in that instance? And the answer to that question varies. It all varies on your particular situation. If you had a requirement to file taxes in 2019 or 2018, then you would have to file those taxes. And then they're going to use that information from that tax return to determine your eligibility and the payment amount that you would receive. Now, if you have a tax filing requirement and you use the IRS's portal in lieu of filing your taxes, that's going to delay your economic impact payment. More than likely, it's really going to cause the system to be clunky because they're going to be waiting for that tax return that you filed to see that. Using the non-filers or the IRS filers portal in place of filing your tax return is not an acceptable practice, pretty much is what the IRS is telling us. You still have to file your taxes. So one of the things that it mentions is if you were claimed as a dependent, as we all know, you're over the age of 17 and older, then you're not eligible to receive it. If you already filed your 2018 or 2019 tax returns, there's essentially no action that you need to take as of right now, because they'll use that information to give you your stimulus payment. But the IRS will not have your direct deposit information if you owed a tax in 2019 or whatever your most recent tax filing is, 2018 or 2019. So if you owed a return in either one of those periods, they won't have your direct deposit information, and they will send out a physical or paper check to you. Now, I know a lot of people have asked me the question about investing, because I run an investment management firm. And they say, am I able to invest and still be on Social Security, still be on disability and all those different things? And the answer to that is yes. You can still invest. There's a difference between the earned income and the unearned income. The earned income is what typically disqualifies you from receiving those monthly benefits that you get on a monthly basis from Social Security and things of that nature. When you're investing, that's considered unearned income, kind of like passive income. So the capital gains and the interest that you get from those investments that you have in the stock market and the bond market do not count against your earned income. That's just a little side note there for all those that are interested in investing. So you still can invest and still receive your benefits at the same time. All right, and this is the final thing that I wanted to speak with you about today. So, and it talks about if you did not file the 2019 or 2018 tax returns, and you are required to file. So if you don't provide direct deposit refund information, or you owe a tax when you file your 2019 tax return, the IRS will schedule a payment to be issued by mail to the address you provided on the return. It says if you are also an SSA, RRB, SSI, or VA recipient, it is possible you may receive your economic impact payment based on your benefits before your 2019 return is processed. So for some of you that have already received it before your 2019 tax returns are processed, it's more than likely because they've gathered the information from that 1099 form that I mentioned earlier. And lastly, I just want to mention they give very specific instructions about using the non-filers enter payment info here tool. It says if you are required or plan to file a tax return for 2019, using the non-filers enter payment here info here tool will make it necessary for you to amend your tax return, which in turn delays the processing of the tax return and any tax refund claimed on it. Moreover, a delay in processing of your tax return will lead to a delay in your economic impact payment. So it's kind of what I mentioned before, but that gives you more of the meat and the details about it. So hopefully this was helpful for everyone. Before you leave my channel, please subscribe. Please ring the bell so you can get an update each time I upload a new video. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what your status is, if you received a payment or not, or if you're waiting on it. Also, check your eligibility requirements and make sure that there's nothing else that's pending out there that's preventing you from receiving your economic stimulus check. Thank you so much and have a great day.